All right, so now we're talking about Drake. We have a couple more buffs to do, and then I get to finally start talking about the servants that have come out this year that I have not already covered. I know I did Lord Logris and Demeter, so it's not every single servant that's come out. It's just most of them. So, time to talk about the best pirate out there, because oh my god, like people people definitely downplay Drake because she was Shinji's servant in Fate Extra, but holy shit, does she have actual feats? And those feats include killing Poseidon, I believe, twice. I know for a fact she did it in Lost Belt 5 Atlantis. That's how she got weakened in that story chapter. But I believe in Okeanos she did something similar, and that's how she got the Grail. And that was when she was a living human, not even a servant. The Drake in Atlantis was at least a servant when she took out Poseidon. So yeah, do not, like, lore wise, don't sleep on this pirate. Gameplay wise, still don't sleep on this pirate because she's a 50 charger, and in current JP meta, she's definitely a black rail looper. So using her with Oberon, you are gonna get massive damage because especially her first skill is the one that got buffed. So let's get started. Base attack on the lower side at 11.3, but it's not so far off like the midpoint for 5 stars or the median. I believe it's median of 11.5k. So like very slightly below average, but we're not too worried about that. HP, yeah, no, this is definitely lower than she would want. She does not have much in terms of survivability, if I'm remembering right. She is basically all in on defense, and I mean, yeah, defense, offense, and she can do some farming. No, not can do some farming. She does the farming. Yeah, star weight, star gen. These are normal rider numbers, so she's going to get most of the stars. She's just not going to be making many stars, but that's what her MP is for. MP charge 0.42, but she has very good hit counts for the time she came out. Now her extra attack is pretty weak at 4 hits, but this is year one. She is definitely a year one servant. Okeanos, that is Singularity 3. We are not into the after New Year's yet. So CEs, chaotic as a rider means she gets that CE. Evil, and she's star attribute. Unfortunately, she can't get like 20% from one CE. It is kind of unfortunate on that, but it's still 2 easy CEs. Third, she is rider, so she gets the rider class CE. And I'm not sure if she gets one other. I'm checking that right now, but nope, 60%. So, yep. So chaotic, evil, rider. Put those on. Pretty generic ones. You can honestly probably get other characters done at the same time. Especially if you don't have Koyan done, you'll get the evil done. And then Koyan is lawful female. So honestly, if your Drake isn't done, you will have your whole party is probably going to level up a lot. Yeah. So going back to hit counts, 4 hits on the two hit. Yeah, 4 hits on the 2 arts cards. These are in line with like Zenobia, and I believe she also has MP gain. So as long as you crit on these, her MP is going all the way to the top. And fantastic quick card, even though she only has one of them. 6 hits on it, it's gonna basically be like an arts card if you crit. So first skill is what got buffed. Wait, does she have 2? Oh my god, she has 2. Yeah, no, I forgot how good this buff actually was. We'll get into it in a second, but her quick card actually is an arts card at this point. And if you crit, there's a non-zero chance if you do Buster, Arts, and both crit, there's actually a chance that you might get like above 100 off that refund. Like this is looking to be like stupid refund. So it used to be a regular Voyager of the Storm. Party MP damage 17%, party attack 17%. So this is good if you were able to shotgun this skill, and what I mean is pop it twice in the same turn. You would need a pen 5 in the past, and then 2 coin skies, and then you could pop it twice. But we don't need to do that anymore, because not only did they buff the numbers, going from 17 to 20 for both MP damage and attack, she also gives the party MP gen up 20%. Now, this is pretty low. It's really good for your supports, but it's not like you're using Castoria. You're using Vitch. And that kind of really only... it only really works if you're not trying to kill with the MP. But Drake, I'm talking about using her with Black Rail. Like, if you're MPing and not killing with Black Rail, you need to look at all your damage stuff. Unless it's like 90++, and then that's understandable because your team probably isn't set up for it. But yeah, really good buff to do something like in the past I thought they wouldn't actually do. Because this is better than a charisma. Yeah, no. Just remember, this is on the same cooldown as most other charismas. 5 turn and the 20% attack. But it also gives more damage and more party utility. It's not like it's giving a battery, but this honestly is pretty strong, and makes her work way better in multi-core. Especially if you're not trying to do Oberon. It's just your single target DPS, Drake, and then 2 coin Skyas, and you're only caring about Drake. There is actually a pretty good chance, like, you're not going to have not refund, but you're not going to have battery issues because of that other DPS. Like, if they're able to get to their MP by themselves without Drake's help, without needing Coin and Skya battery, and you're probably set. Trying to think right now, but... Yeah, like, I can't... Off the top of my head, I'm not thinking of the team you would use for multicore, but it probably wouldn't even be double Vitch. It would probably be like Castoria and Oberon, because both of them actually have AoE buffs. Alright, so second skill. This got buffed a while ago. It was Golden Rule. When they buffed it, they didn't touch the MP gen, but they gave her damage, 20% Buster, and ignore defense for 3 turns. So Drake has always been more catered towards farming, but she always had stuff in her kit that just made her want to do CQs. The issue is that, like, we're talking about, like, fighting caster bosses. No, actually, that's not the issue. Because casters are one of the classes that are most likely to, like, be doing some defensive bullshit. So, honestly, her having this is good. But most of the time, like, for CQs, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to use a single target. There are definitely CQs that you want to be using AoE. Your damage just has to be better for it, because you're dealing with more HP, while a single target usually doesn't have those issues. And obviously, like, if the first bar has some of the highest HP, you're going to run into it with normal, like, farming comps. So, but the most important thing is, this combined with what she has on her third skill makes it so even though, like, a lot of people use her for farming, she has a very, very solid place with CQs. Because, again, like, this isn't needed for farming. This is for CQs. And, yeah, so, like, you doing Brave Chains, you're probably not too worried about whether you're using double Vitch Oberon or not, because your refund isn't going to be an issue. So, yeah, 50% battery, ignores invincibility, so she has the double combo. Unless the enemy has solemn defense, you are doing damage to them. They cannot block it. And yeah, 3 turns, not on the MP, so all her cards are gonna pierce through, and not have to worry about defensive buffs. Honestly, you really couldn't ask for more. Like, this is with all 3 of her buffs. She's honestly one of the most universal farmers plus AoE challenge quest servants you can get, and she's permanent. Like, she's very generic. Her buffs aren't excessive. She just has the right kind of buffs that all multiply into each other. Because MP damage, attack, buster, all 3 of those multiply into each other, and they're all getting double stacked. So very nice, especially that her she actually is going to be able to double stack attack. And just 10 stars here, but I'm pretty sure her MP gives stars too. I am now doing monthly $5 giveaways as a way to give back to my channel. I recently hit 500 subs and I want to keep giving back to the people that support me. All you have to do is comment on one of my videos during the month. Doesn't even have to be a video I make that month, and you are entered to win. 5 people can win every month, with 1 win per person per month. Only 1 comment is counted as an entry every month. I will send you the prize in a way that works for both of us. Thank you for watching. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, passive skills, 12.5% debuff res, 8% quick to make this quick card even better and just regen even more. Alright, so MP charge. You're going to want this if you want to do Black Rail, because it just makes it so much easier if you're starting from 20, and then you just do whatever you can to get the extra 30. You probably are going to want this skill reloading, because it does make it so you can get your buffs out sooner. Yeah, like... Yeah, just to pop... so you don't even need to max out... you don't even need to max this out. You just need to have it, and then make sure you pop this skill first. But for that comfort, you probably want to go to at least 6, so you don't accidentally click this first, and then you're kind of like, this is going to come back with 1.5 coins Gaia batteries, and then this would come in on the 3rd turn. So yeah, make sure turn order if you're not going to get it all the way to 10, and then you won't have issues. Yeah, and also if you're gonna be using her in CQs, there's nothing wrong with having this. Ideally, for extra attack, you would want this to be better, but this would literally just be cleaning up this, because her skills and everything make up for the low stat here, and you kind of just don't care about the stars. Because, again, she's going to be able to make her own stars. So, she got one of the earliest buffs out there for MP. It's just more damage and 20 stars. So, in the future, if they were going to buff Drake again, they would double buff her MP. Because it really just makes stars. And... specifically for Drake, I think if they buff her MP, they're going to do something with Waterside. They're going to do something disgusting to this MP. If you're on, like, Waterfield, it would probably be like... I don't want to say Anti-Man as a super effective, but they might give it to her as a power mod, because she doesn't have crit damage. And, like, I know Anti-Man is super dilute. Yeah, no. Anti-Man is the power mod. It's just so diluted. Oh, know what? No, because now I'm thinking like defense down before damage if on water field. I don't know. Like, I just want them to like take advantage of the fact this is a ship, and the effect does nothing. So just do something creative, even if it's super niche. It's still a double buffed MP, so I don't think people are really gonna care. And yeah, as an AOE writer, oh, we are not printing this. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, so what super effect does she have? Huh? Wait, am I missing something? Because like she doesn't have a super effective. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, no, there's just an error here. The fuck? Yeah, chat, the damage sheet isn't working. What the fuck? What the okay, so I feel like this is if Star is fighting like some other attribute and that's why the numbers are skewed, but these numbers don't even make sense. Yeah, no. I'm sorry I'm this distracted by it, but it's like the MP1 super effective is more damage than MP5, so I don't know what the fuck is going on here. It's like this is like it's shifted over for some reason. Oh, I'm getting distracted by this. I gotta finish this. Okay, Bouncy party MP damage up 20% while she's on the field. Yeah, if you get spooked by Drake, she's gonna be solid for you. She's gonna do a lot of the things you're gonna need her to do. And now she's able to use Black Rail, and because she has that double defense pierce plus invul pierce on skills, it means like she never has to take off Black Rail. That is such a strength that I don't think is put emphasis on as much as it really should. Always being able to use whatever CE you want and not have to pick and choose whether you use like Honey Lake for the Invul Pierce, but give up all the damage. Yeah, no, it's just very, very nice. It's literally one of the reasons I pick Musashi over Summer Ibuki, because Ibuki, if it's unremovable, she's not doing shit. All right, I kind of spent too long talking about Drake. See ya. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.